What's up, Nightwalkers? It's Will from TVC, and I have another video for you guys. Today, I'm going over the Noisefighters Panobridge MK3. At the start of all my videos, I like to let the viewers know that I am in the night vision industry. I work at TVC. However, this YouTube channel is not affiliated with my employment at TVC whatsoever. For those of you watching this video, you either have experience with the Panobridge previously, or maybe this is the first time you're seeing the Panobridge. So I'm just going to go over details of the MK3 Panobridge, and then I'll kind of follow up in terms of how it relates to earlier Panobridges like this Mark1 Panobridge. I did do a video on the Mark1. You'll find it in my upload history. You can't miss it. You'll see this color of this bridge with the Noisefighters on it. This is the Mark1, and this is the MK3 Panobridge. The Panobridge MK3 is a bridge mount that mounts two PVS-14s together on a common bridge in two different configurations. The first configuration is this wider field of view. This gives you a 55-degree field of view. That's by way of this lock bar that you see installed here on the back. This is a pano lock bar. Just to give you an idea, here's the Mark1 Panobridge that does not have the lock bar installed on it. So you can kind of see the way that works. And the way this works is this thing, it's a 7-degree bar, and what that does is it's basically going to angle, the bar's kind of bent, you can't really tell with it installed on there, and it's going to angle these arms outwards in a fixed position because it's permanently mounted to the bridge to give you this consistent 55-degree field of view. Now, you can also, what comes with the Panobridge MK3 is this 0-degree lock bar, pano lock bar, and by installing this, it's just a straight bar. It's going to position the two PVS-14s in a straight configuration, so instead of being angled outwards like this, they're just going to be pointed straight to give you a traditional 40-degree field of view. The key difference between the Mark3 and the Mark1 Panobridge is that with the Mark3 Panobridge, if you don't install or if you remove this pano lock bar, these two hinges are just going to be kind of floppy, and you're not going to be able to use it that way. So you have to use one of these pano lock bars with the device in order to utilize it. In the previous Panobridges like this Mark1, you've got these two screws that go into the this part of the bridge, and by tightening these screws you can adjust how much tension that you want to put on it, and so you have the ability to manually move the PVS-14s into whatever field of view you want. The widest field of view that these accomplished was 75 degrees. It's a bit too much for most people because whenever you angle these devices outwards, the further out you go, the way these lenses are designed, they're not optimized for that. These lenses are optimized for you to be looking straight through them. So when you widen them out, you just kind of lose some of the image quality, as well as you're looking through parts of the image tube, the zone 2 and zone 3 regions that just don't give you the best view. Usually the image will get blurrier as you start looking towards the edges of the device. Some of that has to do with the optics as well. Something to point out as well is that if you do own one of these older Panobridges, instead of having to buy a new Mark3, if what you're wanting is this lock bar, this pano lock bar, is you can simply contact Noisefighters, verify that you have a legitimate Panobridge, an earlier version, and then you can get one of these pano lock bars. You can find that link directly on Noisefighters website under the Panobridge, as well as on the TVC website. If you go to the Panobridge MK3's description, scroll down towards the bottom, you'll see this section right here, and there's a link. You just click on the link right there, and that'll take you to the Noisefighters website where you can complete the form to get one of these pano lock bars ordered. In fact, you can probably get both of them. Just contact Noisefighters. Obviously, if you want the wider field of view, you're going to want the wider field of view pano lock bar. I can already hear some of you guys wondering why Noisefighters would have changed the design to where you have to use the pano lock bars instead of how these older ones were, where they had the screws. You didn't necessarily have to use the lock bar. I guess the best way to explain that is a common complaint that a lot of people had, including myself, about the earlier Panobridges, was that there was no way to lock these things out. So if you had the PVS-14s in whatever mode you wanted, whatever field of view you set them at, or even if you had them in the traditional view, if you bump the device, you could easily knock it out of position, and that changes your field of view, which is then going to take you taking one of your free hands and get the devices back in the proper position. Now with the Mark3, since it has these lock bars in there, you can't change the field of view. So it's going to be in this fixed field of view, either the 55-degree or the 40-degree. And I do think the Mark3 design is better in that regard because you're not going to be able to knock these out of position. Of course, these do articulate still on the hinges, so your articulation works. However, your field of view is going to stay consistent whether you're in the 40 degree or in the 55 degree mode field of view. And I do think that's a big plus with the Mark III Panobridge. Although the Panobridge is designed for mounting two PVS-14s, Noisefighters has these separate accessory adapters that allows you to mount different devices onto the Panobridge. Primarily, most people are going to do this to install a thermal monocular device on the bridge to be used with the PVS-14. These two different adapters, this one's a mini mum rail adapter. This is a dovetail adapter. They do have to be purchased directly off the Noisefighters website. And so this mini rail adapter allows you to mount a device like a FLIR breach or anything else that uses the mini rail. And then this dovetail adapter allows you to connect a device that has a dovetail attachment on it. And this does have a push button for quick detach capability where you can slide the device on or off the bridge as desired. Noisefighters also includes some tools for you. And so this is going to include a set of bits for installation or removal of the lock bar, and then these screws and everything here. And then this little piece right here is this is basically like a little wrench for you. You just take the bits, stick them in this end right there, and then you could use this as a wrench. This does come with the Panobridge. So just to make it clear, with the Panobridge, you're going to get this stuff right here. So you're going to get both lock bars, the 0 degree as well as the bar to give you the 55 degree field of view. And then you get the bit adapters right here, or the bit drivers with the little wrench tool. And then those separate accessories I showed you, those do have to be purchased separately. To wrap up this video, I really like the Panobridge Mark III. I think the addition of the Pano lock bars is a very welcome feature. I know not everyone's going to like it. A lot of guys that had the older bridges, they like having the ability to permanently adjust these. Like I said, you could always contact Noisefighters and get the Pano lock bars for your older Panobridges. But I do feel that the majority of users are going to appreciate having these Pano lock bars just so they can have a more consistent and reliable, field of view, whether that's in the 55 degree or the 40 degree field of view. The biggest thing for me on the Panobridge is that you're getting a super lightweight dual bridge for two PVS-14s, or if you get these adapters, it's a super lightweight bridge for mounting a PVS-14 and a thermal monocular device together on the same bridge. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions, hit me up in the comment section, and you can always get a hold of me at TVC. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.